that man was given the freedom to do whatever he wants. No. It means man had the ability to do whatever he wants with the moral accountability. The accountability. That's where the moral free agent, you are accountable for what you do. God gave you the ability to do it. Means I also gave you the ability not to do it. The ability is there. What you do with your ability is what decides. A surgeon has the ability to kill a patient on the surgical table or to save a patient on the surgical table. Instead of taking the kidney, we take out the heart. Now, it's not very difficult to remove the heart. But the surgeon does not have the freedom to take out the heart. He has freedom only to take out that damaged kidney. He does not have the freedom to do anything else. He has the ability to do a lot of things, but he is going to be held accountable for how he uses the ability. So that's what the moral free agency means. That so total inability is not the result of the laws. Say man did not lose that ability to do things. The ability to make choices he has. And he is a moral agent in that sense. He is conscious of the right and wrong. God holds him responsible for his moral choices. However, he is in a state where he chooses evil over good. No one forces evil over good on him. He made that choice by himself and he is held accountable. So this whole matter, something that a man, today man is enabled, the inability is a result of a man totally losing the freedom to do good. He has only the freedom to do bad. Sin made him in a such state, even if he wants, he has to do only bad. The surgeon can only do the wrong thing. The moment surgeon takes the knife, he will take out only the heart, not the bad kidney. That's doctors do that. Someone went into yesterday's newspaper was it? I think a day before yesterday. Someone went into the dentist to take out a bad teeth. When you have the anesthesia, you don't feel which one. Back at home, then the patient found out that took out the good one, the bad one is still there. So called back the dentist and said, you took out the bad one. If you want, you can bring it back. I'll take the other one. Dentist didn't have the freedom to do that. He was not given the fees or given even the registration for that. The council did not give the registration to take out the good teeth out. No. So man does, but it is not because he lost that ability. The third is inability is not mere disinclination. Disability is not mere disinclination. The inability is not mere aversion to what is good. No, there is nothing like that. The problem with man is not that he hates good. The problem with man is that he loves the bad. That's the problem. He loves the bad. Actually, who hates the good thing? Paul said that I want to do the good thing, but I end up doing the bad thing. It's more easier for us to do the bad thing. If you call a child, come here son, it's more easy for him to run back. I don't know why, but that's the way. In my childhood, it was very difficult for me to go back because I knew, only once I tried it, then I knew it's very difficult to run that way. It's easier to run this way. Because my father was a very strong disciplinarian. If I go that way, I cannot come back. I did it once, then a mediator had to come, played with my father for a long time, then in his grace he has allowed me inside the home. Father said that you left, you. Then, into my home you cannot come, because here obedience is the only. So I had to promise that, As long as I live under your authority, I will never disobey you. That was a terrible day. Yes. So, it's not the matter of mere disinclination. It's not an aversion to what is good. It is our likeness to what is bad. Why is it that the supreme excellence of God and all that makes Christ the chief among 10,000 men and are altogether lovely in the sight of saints and angels, awaken no corresponding feeling in the unregenerate heart of man? That's good. Jesus Christ is, better than 10,000 millions of people. Millions of people. He is so calmly, he is so, saintly, he is so sinless, he is so loving, he is so kind. But yet the majority of the people in the world wants Satan, not Christ. Why? Do they think that Christ is a bad person? Oh, they all say he's a good person. They all say he's a good. The very few people will say Christ is a bad person. Even an atheist will say that, oh, he's a wonderful teacher. He is the greatest teacher ever lived. And why you don't want it? Not because they hate Christ, but because they love the other thing. That's the problem. That's the problem. We love, we love the bad thing. That's one problem. The other problem is that to love Christ or to choose that which is good, we need spiritual discernment. In 1 Corinthians 2:14, an important verse, somebody can read it. 1 Corinthians 2:14, you probably know that the natural man does not receive the things of the Spirit of God. Then they are foolishness to him, though they are spiritually. 1 Corinthians 2:14.
The man without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness to him and he cannot understand them because they are spiritually discerned.
They cannot, it is foolishness to him. So that, he is talking about so many good things, but, what is it good for? That's it. You just cannot accept. You just cannot accept. It's just like, somebody proposes a girl to a young man. This girl is so sweet in her disposition, behavior is so good, character is so excellent, her abilities are also good. But somehow, she does not appeal to him. He does not know. He says, this doesn't appeal to him. I know she is so good, but she doesn't appeal to him. Okay, show another girl and she does not have any of these things, but she is very appealing. The moment she saw, she smiled at him. That smile was so, it was so deceptive smile and all that, and he fall victim to her that, and then later he find out that, man, I was deceived, wasn't it? And she says that was an advertisement. Now this is the reality of life. And this is a so problem, When the good things are shown, there is no attraction because good things never come with advertisements. They don't need advertisement. In Malayalam say, "Ponkodathinu pottu venda." You need no advertisement for that, good things. Any sensible person should. The natural flowers don't need any advertisement. Plastic flowers need all advertisements. You have to create in so many things and spray something, some perfumes on it and maybe, so that, but no fly come to it. But human beings are attracted, they go and pick it up. It looks so natural. So natural, but it is not. Yeah, this looks so natural. Yes. Look at that. Nowadays, some things come almost as if
It's a real.
it's a real. The real does not come close to it. It's so. So that's again there, the disinclination, because to incline we need the help of the Holy Spirit. Yes. In Ephesians 4:18 we read, we are alienated from the life of God through ignorance. Alienated from the life of God through ignorance. As man was created with the true knowledge. When he created, he lost the true knowledge. Not the faculty of cognizance, not the faculty of knowledge, but the content of knowledge. It is just like somebody has pressed on the so wrong button, it erased the whole, the content of the whole tape. It's completely erased. Well, you can record on it. The capacity to record is there. It's not burned or anything. But the erasure has taken place. That's what happens. So the content we lost. Content we lost. So through ignorance, in the Garden of Eden, man knew how great is God, gracious is God and all that. The moment he ate, he lost that knowledge. See, Adam never came to God saying, I'm sorry I did that, I blew it up, have mercy on me. The choice he found is to hide in the bushes. Was Adam stupid enough to think that God cannot see him hiding among the bushes? God is omniscient, omnipresent, and such a God won't see in that garden. There is only one human being, a couple hiding somewhere. God cannot find him. But that's a response. That's a response. Because ignorance. So they are foolishness because they are spiritually discerned, and they are foolishness because through ignorance. And man's ignorance is so great, I tell you. Man's ignorance is so great. You explain to him so many, it is just like explaining the beauty of a flower to a blind man. He's holding the flower and say, look how nice it is. See that, this is how nice it is. These days with the mobile phones coming and people when call on the mobile phone, they show all kinds of actions. I told you. And somebody passing by says, you didn't tell me. No, I'm talking to you. I told him. Who? He cannot see you. But we act, so that's what happens, We are so ignorant that the other fellow cannot see us. Of course, with the Skype and all, people can, do some of those things, but it's ridiculous. Yes. In John chapter 17, verse 3, yes. Sanctify them by thy word. Then only they can know the truth. Yes. There is a sanctification by the Holy Spirit and sanctification by the truth. The people who are putting concrete on an already made surface or something, first what they do, they will make some cement, and then, or put it on it. And the same way the truth has to be sprinkled a little bit before more truth will be put on there. Without that one, it won't stick there. Otherwise the whole truth will slip away, That's the way it is. So it's needed. So there's a sanctification by truth, and that, you put anything else, you won't do anything. You do a lot of water and scrub it with the brush and all, sanctify it. No, you have to. The truth has to sanctify the sinner. Our mind has to be sanctified. Yes.
Uncle, in some of the portions, God is speaking as if He does not know the things.
God is speaking as if He, because that is the only way He can communicate with man.
Because He says, what have you done? Did you eat the food which I commanded you not?
Yeah, when they prepare an FIR, God is preparing FIR there. When you prepare an FIR, the policeman cannot write everything from his knowledge. The FIR is prepared by asking you a number of questions. Where were you? Why did you go there? And the judge cannot be the witness to the case. So God asked him, did you eat the fruit that I told you? Yes. So that confession. So God always follows, for man's sake. Otherwise man will say that he came and, using his authority, he didn't ask me why I did or what did I do. He just threw me away from it, So he will be griping about it all eternity. That was not fair, that was not fair. No, God does everything. God always followed the proper channel also. God knew Eve was the one who had taken, but God didn't ask Eve, what did you do, Eve? No. He asked him because man was given the responsibility, he's the head, so it must be. It's very interesting. When God wanted to talk to Sarah, God not directly asked Sarah, asked him, why did your wives laugh? Probably he didn't even know that she laughed. So she said, she immediately said, I didn't laugh. Then God said, no, you laughed. The proper channel is always the relationship and all that. When Terah was taking out Abraham from Mesopotamia to Haran, Abraham's wife is Terah's daughter from second wife, right? But the statement is Terah has taken his son Abraham and his wife Sarah. Because once the daughter is given in marriage to the son, the daughter ceases to be the daughter becomes the wife of the son. That is a higher relationship. But for this reason, the man and wife, they live and, So God, He Himself has maintained all those things. And I was amazed that. It got said that He has taken his son Abraham and daughter Sarah. But it didn't say that. He has taken Abraham, his son, and his wife Sarah. Yeah. And his grandson, Lot. The Bible is an amazing book. God never steps over the what you call the maryadas, we say that, Yes, the manners and the rules and all that. So, Adam and Eve sinned and he did not say immediately come and say that you sinners. No. Simply called Adam, where are you? I'm naked. Who told you you are naked? Did you eat the fruit? Yes. Then he said, why did you eat? She ate. Why did you eat? So all those things, an FIR was prepared and then punishment, judgment was passed.
Thorough investigation.
Thorough investigation. We should also do the thorough investigation. Even if we know a case, justice is done only where you are executing this, that party also need to know that justice was done. It is not for our satisfaction alone, but for the other person's satisfaction also. So God does all those things. So He speaks in many cases as if He does not know it because He wanted to accept the confession from our own mouth. Yeah. That's the same way we should deal with our children. We may have known something, they don't know that we know it. So just don't, hit them right way, spank them right way. No, you have to deal with them. Son, where are you? What are you doing there? Then, son, one cookie is missing from that one. You know who has taken it? So you have to deal with him and then get the confession and say that is sin, You have the options. Your allowance for a month is taken away, or you can get spanked for it, or I'll give you extra work. You have to take out the trash from the kitchen for the next 1 month. Decide what you want. But that's not the way we do, right? Because we love our children so much. We don't love our children, that's the problem. If we love our children, we'll deal with them ethically. Okay. then what is the problem? The inability is only related to spiritual things or things of the spirit. This inability we are talking about is not intellectual inability, this is not physical inability. No, it's only related to spiritual matters because it only hurts our relationship with God. It hurts our relationship with our fellow man only, indirectly, not directly. Adam blamed Eve for his mistakes. Actually, Adam's purpose was not blaming Eve, but Adam was blaming God. The woman you gave. That's where the emphasis. The woman you gave. So Adam was saying that there may be a flaw in the design. There is a flaw in the design. The woman you designed was not properly designed. Or there was a flaw that not compatibility. You gave that woman to me. She is of this sort, usurping authority over me and then forcing me to eat. He didn't say, I have heard the voice of my wife. No, he didn't say that. No, the woman you gave. Look, so that's a problem. When things go wrong, what do? When Jonathan had done something that Saul did not like, what did it say? You, the son of the wretched woman. That's what. Otherwise, she is a beautiful woman. We all do that when children do something wrong. We say, "Ninte mohan adi." Cherkan alla adi paraya, ende kuttana. The people do that. Yeah. Yes. Women also will do that. Yada mohan adu. We all do that sort of thing. We're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to do that. But we do. So the inability is only related to spiritual things. In areas of science, engineering, medicine, art, philosophy, history, etc., man's mind is very sharp. But when it comes to the things of the spirit, they are foolishness to him. Because they don't have the capacity to spiritually discern them. Yes. The spiritual discernment needed to enjoy things that are spiritual, And the moment you talk about spiritual things, some people would go off. As soon as you shift the matter to something else, they are very active. Very active immediately. In the meeting they sleep. Once the meeting is over, the sleep goes away, flies away, and they are so active, they will talk about this and that, and their mind is very active. But the moment you start talking away, they just go. Yeah. What is wrong, you ask? They spiritually discern things, they don't have the spiritual discernment. Many of those people are not really born again. Because you didn't sleep in the night and all, you sleep, or you are taking some medicine because of that. I'm not talking about such situations, or some diseases you have, but people who are otherwise very active. The moment you start talking about spiritual things, they immediately sleep. The moment you stop, they are active back. They can sit before a television set or a movie theatre, watch for 3 hours, a movie, even they won't wink their eyelids. The moment they take the Bible, they sleep. The moment prayer, they sleep. Because they have no interest in spiritual things. They have to be discerned spiritually. You cannot blame them because the Bible says that, they are not born again people. The Holy Spirit is not working in them. They are in the environment. We think they are born again. That's nice. That's a favor we do for them. Or really it's a disfavor we do because we give them also the impression that they are born again.
The person who was saved by Paul, Eusebius.
Person who is saved by?
Paul, who slept off and fell off from the...
What was the time then?
Late night.
Late night. He was in the habit of, that was the best hour he sleeps. You cannot blame somebody who's falling down at 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, maybe his interest comparing to others' interest was less. Yeah, that we could say. But I won't say he was, he was a believer, definitely. what person will be sitting there to listen to Paul's talkings. Because the general impression was Paul's talking was boring. Because Corinthians said that his words are contemptible and his appearance is also, but his writing is very heavy. You know, Paul, people say that in Paul and Thelma, that is the earliest physical description of Paul. It's a drama written in the 3rd century or 2nd century, Paul and Thelma. In that one, Paul is described as a man with a bowed leg. His leg was going like this, you know, and short neck, very short neck, and a big head and with big eyes, and all, you know, and look at people like this, would speak all that, you know. So naturally, he was not attractive to. But sometimes I think he was not married because of these sort of things. What he had is a mental, you know, mental intellectual capacity. Probably there were no girls around to appreciate that. And of course, if somebody married him, you know, he would have made a good husband because he had a lot of knowledge. Of course, spiritual knowledge, 1 Corinthians 7 and all that, you know, talks about family life and all the insight, you know, whatever maybe. These are my own remarks, you know. Yes. So that man, Eutychus, that was his name actually, Eutychus, you know, I don't want to call him a carnal man or anything. I want to say that don't extend your messages beyond midnight. So that's the lesson I get from it. Unless you are a Paul. You can perform a miracle, but otherwise it will be tragedy. Yeah, good intention Eutychus had, but
Couldn't follow through.
he couldn't follow. You know.
He fell through.
He fell through. And the position he has taken to sleep, you know, that was, there was not balcony or anything, it was just at the edge, the door was there, it was open, so a little bit goes down. So that's what. So when you are sleeping, you be comfortably positioned. Yes, comfortably positioned, otherwise it's dangerous. And people don't know when they sleep, you know. You know, I don't think he sat there for sleeping. He sat there for listening. Without you realizing, he fell down. So this inability is natural. Inability is natural. By natural is meant that it is part of all men from birth. It is not caused by a special act or decree of God. Every human being has this inability, you know, by birth. You know, it's there. Yes. This inability is moral. It is moral. It arises from the moral state of the soul. There is a slant away from the moral affinity of the soul. Soul is inclined to the wrong, you know. Yes. You know, you visit a doctor's office. It is, you know, usually when you go to doctor's office, the doctors are known for not keeping their appointment of time. Naturally, because the patient who comes may require more time, you know. So the 10 minutes of the gap they put for patients may not be enough. Some patients will take half an hour, 45 minutes, so naturally. So you sit there and there are many, usually in doctor's office there are, you know, cleaning, there will be many magazines there, old ones. There will be Gideon's Bible also sitting there. How many people will take the Gideon's Bible and read over against these magazines? Very few. Very few. Even believers who didn't have quiet time in the morning because of this, you know, maybe, they see the Bible there, they usually won't go to the Bible and take it, but they will take one of these magazines. Why? Well, because man has the inability, it has something to do with the morality. You know. By God's grace we are saved, yet there is an affinity towards such materials as opposed to good things. We are more attracted